Someone reaches into a bucket of water, pulls out a small, silver fish, still flapping and gasping, and holds it up to your face. Then they tell you to open your mouth, tip your head back, and swallow it. Whole, alive. Every instinct in your body screams no. And yet, for thousands of years, humans did exactly this. Not by accident, not once, over and over, on purpose, in temples and villages and city squares across the world. And in one Indian city, tens of thousands of people are still lining up to do it this very year. So today's question sounds insane, until you understand what they believed. Why did ancient humans swallow live fish? Were they starving? Were they mad? Or was that wriggling fish something we have completely forgotten how to see, a living pill in a world with no medicine at all? To answer that, we need a 2,000-year-old cure, a fish stuffed with a secret paste, an ancient betting game with a stomach-turning prize, and the uncomfortable truth about whether any of it ever worked. Let's open the file. First, let's kill the easy assumption. When you hear swallowing a live fish, you probably picture a starving person so desperate they gulp down whatever they can catch. Sometimes, sure, that happened, but it is not the real story. Most people who swallowed live fish were not starving at all. They did it with full bellies. They did it in ceremonies, dressed in their best. They paid for the privilege, and they waited in line for hours. Because to them, that living fish was not food. It was something far more powerful. It was medicine. The trail begins in ancient India, more than 2,500 years ago. In Hindu tradition, a belief took hold that the body could be cured by swallowing a living fish. Not a potion made from fish. The fish itself, whole and alive, sliding down your throat. And they did not do it for fun. They did it to fight terrifying, incurable diseases. Leprosy, epilepsy, and above all, the one that steals your breath, asthma. In a world with no inhalers, no antibiotics, no hospitals, a person fighting to breathe would try anything, even this. The idea had a strange logic to it. A fish breathes underwater in the one place of drowning, gasping human never could. So maybe people thought that little fish carried the secret of easy breathing. Swallow it, and its power to breathe would pass into you. Magic dressed up as medicine. And here is the part that will really stop you. This is not some dead ritual from a dusty history book. It is alive right now. Every June, in the Indian city of Hyderabad, tens of thousands of people gather for a single, extraordinary day. It is called the fish medicine, or fish prasadam. And the tradition is guarded by a single family, the Bathini Goud, who say the secret recipe was given to their ancestor in 1845 by a wandering holy man on one condition, that they must give the cure away for free forever. Here is how it works. They take a small, live murrel fish, no bigger than your thumb. Into its open mouth, they pack a tiny ball of a secret yellow herbal paste. Then they place the wriggling fish on your tongue, and in one gulp, you swallow a whole alive, paste and all. Believers say they can feel the fish wriggling all the way down, clearing their throat and their chest as it goes, like a tiny living brush scrubbing their airways clean. For the asthma sufferers who come, year after year, that sensation is the whole point. The scale of it is staggering. Families travel for days, from every corner of the country, to reach the city in time. They sleep in the streets. They stand in lines that stretch for hours under the summer sun. Grandparents, children, the desperately ill, all waiting for their single, wriggling dose of hope. But India is only one thread, because the strange truth is that humans all over the world, who never met and never spoke, all landed on swallowing live fish. And not always as medicine, sometimes as a game. In ancient Egypt, swallowing live fish became entertainment. People would gather, place bets, and compete to see who could gulp down the most wriggling fish in one sitting. A stomach-churning contest with money on the line and a cheering crowd. Thousands of miles away, in the Japan of the Edo period, there was a popular form of entertainment built on the very same act. Swallowing small live fish as a spectacle, a performance, a strange little thrill. The same bizarre idea, invented again on the other side of the planet. And do not think for a second that this is only ancient history. In 1939, a college student in America swallowed a live goldfish on a dare just to prove he could. Within weeks, it exploded into a nationwide craze. Students everywhere competed to gulp down more and more live goldfish in front of roaring crowds. Newspapers were horrified. Colleges tried to ban it. Doctors warned it was dangerous. And the students did it anyway, laughing because it was shocking, daring, and unforgettable. 2,000 years apart, an ancient Egyptian gambler and a 1930 student were doing the exact same strange thing. And there is a third, colder reason that has nothing to do with faith or fun. Pure survival. Think about it. To eat a fish, you normally need a fire, time, and tools. But a small live fish swallowed on the spot is instant food. No cooking, no waiting, no waste. For a hunter far from camp, for a fisherman with an empty stomach, for anyone caught cold and hungry beside a river, a tiny fish swallowed alive was a mouthful of pure protein, delivered in a single second. Not madness, just the fastest meal in the world. But whatever the reason, faith, fun, or hunger, they were all fighting the same enemy, your own body, because your throat is built to reject exactly this. A living thing, moving, sliding, refusing to go down. Your gag reflex exists to save your life from precisely this moment. So swallowing a live fish was never easy and never casual. It took nerve. It took belief strong enough to override a reflex designed to stop you. And that is exactly why it meant so much. You do not force a living creature down your own throat for nothing. You do it because you believe it will save you. And think about what your body actually goes through. The fish hits the back of your tongue, still fighting. Your throat clenches. Your eyes water. For a few horrible seconds, a living animal is moving inside your neck. People describe the feeling for the rest of their lives. That is not a snack. That is an ordeal you choose to survive. Which leaves the biggest question of all. Did it actually work? Did swallowing a live fish ever truly cure anyone's asthma or leprosy or anything at all? And here we have to be honest. The answer is almost certainly no. There is no solid scientific evidence that a live fish cures asthma. Doctors point out the obvious dangers, too. A wriggling fish can block your windpipe. People have choked. What little effect the Hyderabad cure may have is likely down to two very human things. The first is the herbal paste itself. Whatever is in that secret yellow ball, not the fish, is the only part that could carry a real remedy. And the second is the most powerful medicine humans have ever known. Belief. The placebo effect. If you're certain you will feel better, very often you do. So people did not keep coming back for 2,000 years because the fish healed their bodies. They came back because the ritual healed something else. Their fear, their helplessness, the unbearable feeling of having a deadly illness and being able to do absolutely nothing about it. And that is where this strange story turns around and points straight back at us. Because it is easy to laugh at a crowd swallowing live fish for their health. Primitive, we think. Superstitious. Nothing like us. But look a little closer. Every single day, millions of us swallow a small object we do not understand, made by people we will never meet, trusting completely that it will heal us. We call a pill. We take it on faith. We feel better before it could possibly have worked. The ancient human swallowing a living fish and a modern human swallowing a tablet are doing the very same thing. Reaching for hope in a tiny, swallowable form. Taking control of a body that frightens them. The only thing that has really changed is the shape of the pill. So the real question was never why ancient humans swallowed live fish. They did it for the same reason you reach for the medicine cabinet at 2 in the morning. Fear, hope, and the deep human need to do something. Anything. To not just sit there and be sick. The wriggling fish and the little white tablet are two answers to the same ancient terror. Maybe those crowds were never as far from us as they look. Maybe they were just us, holding a different kind of hope in the palm of shaking hand. And tomorrow's file might be the most shocking yet. Long before hospitals, ancient humans would take a sharp stone, press it to a living person's head, and slowly cut a hole straight through the skull. And here is the twist. Most of them survived. Why did ancient humans drill holes in their skulls? Subscribe and find out tomorrow.